Welcome back to Beverly's Stunning Creations. Today's DIY, I'll teach you how to make these gorgeous Skyline candle holders that are inexpensive and easy to recreate. They are a perfect match to my Skyline mirrored picture. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll be sure to leave a link in the information section below. If you are visiting my channel for the first time, I would like to invite you to join my YouTube family by subscribing. Also, if you like this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Now on with the DIY. In this DIY, we're going to start out with one of the Dollar Tree cylinder vases. This is the shorter one. I think it measures 7.25 inches. Before starting this DIY, make sure you clean the vase and remove the sticker as well. Here are the items that I'll be using to decorate my vase. I'll be using the square bling that I found on Amazon, some mirror tile. I have the smaller tiles and the larger tiles as well. Here I also have some mesh bling that I always refer to as bling wrap. Now you can totally recreate this look by using the bling wrap alone. I'll also be using some of the Dollar Tree FIXALL glue. I have a pair of scissors and a popsicle stick that I'll use to help spread the glue out. I have this box of scrap bling that I'll be using as well. What I'm going to do is recreate the Atlanta skyline on this vase like I did this picture. If you haven't seen this DIY, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box below. When I created the picture, I actually printed out an image of the Atlanta skyline and used that as a guide. This time I'm going to use this picture as my guide. To start out, I'm going to cut 3 rows of bling and then glue it to the bottom of my glass with the Dollar Tree FIXALL glue. I put some of the glue on the glass and then use my popsicle stick to spread it evenly around the glass. I added the bling as I went along. After you're done, this is what it should look like. Next, I cut several rows of bling to create my first building. I think it's about 7 rows. I then laid the bling against the glass to determine how tall I wanted the building to be. Once the height was determined, I cut the bling along with a few other small pieces. I spread it on some FIXALL glue and then glued my bling in place. When doing this step, make sure that you smooth the bling out against the glass. Now I'm going to use those single strips of bling that I cut, and I'm going to create a pyramid at the top of my building. So the next strip won't be as wide as the building, and then the next strip after that won't be as wide as the strip before it, and so on, until you create a peak at the top of your building. Once you're done, your building should look like this. To create my next building, I'm going to use some of these small mirror tiles along with some bling wrap. I've already determined the height of the mirror tile, so now I'm going to cut a few pieces of the bling wrap to measure the same length as the tiles. I use my popsicle stick to spread a thin bead of the glue against my building and then lay the bling wrap on top. Next, I removed the paper off the back of my mirror tiles and then glued them down next to that strip of bling. I think I used about 4 rows of mirror tiles. Remember that I'm recreating buildings from the Atlanta skyline, so this wouldn't necessarily work for the New York skyline, so just mimic the skyline of your choice. I'm adding another bead of glue on the other side of the mirror tile, and then I'll lay the bling wrap on top of it as well. Now I'll cut a small strip of bling to go across the top of this building. Once that was done, I glued a small square of bling on top. With only 2 buildings down, you can see that the skyline is already coming together. Next, I'm going to use the square-shaped bling to create my 3rd building. Again, I just determined the height and the width of the building, cut it with a pair of scissors, and then glued it to the glass. Now, because this can be time consuming, I'm going to create additional buildings off camera, but I'll come back after each building and let you see what they look like. And here's the 4th building. And guys, please do not get intimidated by this. This is really easy. You can even do this with glitter. Here I use some of the smaller mirror tiles along with some bling wrap to create my 5th building. And it's all coming together really nice. I'm about halfway done with the buildings. Here's my 6th building, and again I used the square bling to create a stair-step design. Now I'm almost done. I only have the small area to fill in. For my 7th building, I used 2 rows of the larger mirror tiles, then traced it out in bling wrap, and then put a square of bling at the top. I really love how this is coming together. Alright, let's keep moving to fill in this space. I used more of the bling wrap to create my building to fill in the space, along with 1 row of the square bling. Now just take one last look at all your buildings and make sure that nothing's sticking up. Make sure that they're all glued down in place, and then put it aside to dry for about 30 minutes. To create the base of our candle holder, we'll be using one of the Dollar Tree candle holders, and I'll also be using this crystal knob as well. Make sure you use a really strong glue like E6000 when gluing the crystal knob to the bottom of your candle holder. Glue the crystal knob to the base of your candle holder and make sure that it's in the center. Now put this aside to dry for about 6 hours. While it's drying, I'm going to hot glue 3 rows of my square bling to the neck of my candle holder. I really like the look of the square bling around the neck of the candle holder. It's like a perfect fit. I'm going to finish gluing this on off camera, and when I come back we'll go on to the next step. It has been about 6 hours, and as you can see, the knob is firmly in place. So what I'm going to do is turn this over and glue the knob on top of the candle holder. This is what it's going to look like once it's glued together. For this part, we want to use a really strong glue, again like E6000. I'm spreading a generous amount of E6000 just inside the top of the candle holder, because that's where the knob will sit on top of the candle holder. Now this is the only tricky thing about this DIY. You have to sit the ball on top of the candle holder. And because E6000 is a tacky glue, it'll almost hold in place immediately. Move your candle holder around until it looks level. Then set it aside to dry and let the glue set up for about 30 minutes. I'm using this fan to help the glue set up, but you don't have to. After 30 minutes, come back to your candle holder, make sure that it's level, and then let it dry overnight. To complete my candle holder, I simply wrap one row of bling around the base of the crystal knob. That was the last step to my DIY. I actually have 3 candle holders. I'll light them up, come back and let you see what they look like. And here are my completed candle holders. And I'm absolutely in love with them. And I hope you are too. I would like to take this time to thank everyone for the well wishes that I received. I'm feeling a whole lot better, and I'm already working on the next DIY. I would also like to let you all know that I'm working on a collab, and it'll be up at the end of this month, and I'll be creating a beautiful piece that'll match these candle holders as well. Okay guys, that's the end of this video, and if you liked it, please leave me a thumbs up. That's really important to me. Let's see if we can reach 2,000 likes.